Hey guys, FitByCourt here. Alright, we are going to talk about sciatic pain, the nerve pain a lot of times that we feel that starts here in our hip and will radiate all the way down the leg. We typically just have a tight muscle or two that's wrapped around that nerve, and as soon as it pinches that nerve, you are done, right? A lot of women experience sciatic during pregnancy, before, while pregnant, and even after. Again, chiropractic and massage are a beautiful way to help release this, but this is stuff that you can do at home in your own time to help prevent and repair that pain and get rid of that pain, okay? So, we're going to start all the way up here, right? The piriformis is a little muscle that wraps right around that nerve and just grabs hold of it. So we're going to take our foam roll and we're literally going to sit on top of it. Alright, so come up here, sit on top of it. Find your balance first, kind of get accustomed to being on top of the roller. And then from there we can kind of lean back, alright? We can kind of just lean over in different ways and start to find those tight chunks, those adhesions that we've talked about, right? Scar tissue, lactic acid, fascia, all that stuff balled up to make that adhesion. We've got to start to get blood flow and oxygen to that adhesion. The only way to do that is to start to break some of it up, right? So we do that with the foam roll. We find the knot, and then we just simply hang out. We've talked about it before. What is fascia? Fascia is that fuzzy layer of connective tissue, right? Every single night we go to bed, that fascia builds up an extra little layer. So you got 8 hours of cold and still at night building up that fascia. Well, then guess what? We get up, we grab our coffee, we run to the shower, and many of us just go sit back down at a desk and sit all day, whether it be school or work. Or maybe you predominantly stand. But it's very common. We've got a lot of people sitting behind desks these days. So then we've got fascia building up there. And then you go, maybe you are doing your workouts. You go for your run, you go lift weights, and then you're building up lactic acid and scar tissue, maybe if you have an injury. And then just this vicious cycle of never actually stopping and repairing the body. So that's what the pain management section is all about. Combined with yoga, you will notice a huge difference in your body and the way you're feeling daily. We are simply slowly rolling, slowly looking for those areas of tension, stopping on that knot, kind of rolling around on that knot. You can kind of go on one side or the other. You can kind of go back and forth over it, but just focusing on that spot there. Remember, especially in the center here, in the hips, the left side can highly be affecting the right side. So although your pain is resonating, you're feeling your pain in the right side, it may be tight, but I highly recommend checking in with the left side. You'd be surprised, or vice versa, that opposing side can be really causing a lot of problems in the side that's actually got the pain. My hips are really extra tight today, so I'm just kind of taking it slow, searching for those spots, hanging out, lingering over that knot. Remember to try and breathe, to try and relax the muscle over the roller. I know sometimes that just seems like a joke, that there's no way you can relax. If you are so tight that you can't allow the muscle to release over the roller at all, get a softer roller. You're doing yourself a disservice if you're just, right, and you can't breathe and it's too much. At any point in anything that we do, fitness, yoga, foam rolling, pain management, all of it, if you can't breathe, you've gone too far. If we're in our yoga and we're stretching and we're holding a stretch and we get to a point where we're just like, we start to hold our breath, back the stretch off. If you're on the foam roller and you get to that spot that's just way too much, either pull more of your weight up off the roller or get a softer roller. That's why I have multiple rollers. This one, the blue one, is a lot softer than the white one. So when I just can't handle the white one, I back off. I do a little work with that blue one, and a lot of times, after I break through a bit of it, then I can get back on the harder one and get a little bit deeper. You want to hold on that spot for 30 to 90 seconds. So if you're in kind of a high intense pain, you're like, I can tolerate it, but I'm at that max level, just about 30 seconds. If you back it off a little bit and you find a little bit more mild pain, and again, remember, pain versus pain, guys, really, really, really important for you to understand this. The pain that I want you to feel is kind of a good out. It's like, oh, okay, but it's like, it's releasing, right? If you've got sharp shooting pain, throbbing, dull, aching pain, tingly, numb pain, these are not what we are looking for, right? That is not good pain. I don't want that in your body ever. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm trying to work out, right? So take your time on one side. I could literally sit here all day, right? I've got all kinds of knots all throughout this glute. The maximus medius, the piriformis, everything's just really tight. Going back and forth, traveling between here and Panama City, just lots of things that are going on in our lives right now. Some days I'm feeling great, some days I'm running a little slow. It's a little bit of a slow day for me getting started here. Slowly, again, when you're ready, roll over to that other side, check in with the other glute. Even if you have no pain on that side, roll that side. That opposite side could be a big source of your troubles, even though you don't realize it. My favorite way to roll is actually while I'm watching my favorite show, right? So whatever you like to watch on TV, just give you a little bit of a distract, right? I know right now you're just watching me, but once you kind of get the hang of it and you learn some of these techniques and some of the things to do, right? Just give yourself a distraction, maybe play your favorite music, right? Maybe talk to your friend, boyfriend, husband, girlfriend, whoever lives with your kids, whatever it is. Just kind of stay a little bit tuned out. Then you can really kind of just talk through, breathe through whatever you got going on. Alright, so I'm rolling up a little bit further, kind of into the low back. I'm not rolling over the spine at all, right? Kind of off to the side, that meaty part there. And rolling over to the opposite side, checking in. Alright, I'm going to come all the way back up, and we're going to work into the IT band, right? This area is almost tight on everyone. So maybe grab a softer roller if you have it. You can also do this up against the wall, so you're just pushing weight into the wall, so you're not putting your whole body weight onto it. But we roll off to the side. We drop down to the elbow, right? We're right below the hip. And I'm already tight. I can already feel it, right? But we got to roll all the way down towards the knee. Nice and slow. Remember, muscle connects to tendon, tendon connects to bone. When we've got these shortened, tightened, knotted up muscles, we're putting a lot of pressure on our tendons. We don't want to do that. We don't want to pull that tendon out of whack. If you do, it never goes back to the same. Right? So, the muscle tightens and shortens, pulls and yanks on that tendon stays strong. It does not want to let go. It holds onto that joint. It pulls that joint right out of whack. Right? So you're like, oh, my knees hurt. I don't know how to foam roll my knees. Well, you don't roll your knees. You roll the IT band, the quad, the inner thigh, the hamstrings, all the things attached to it to release the knee. We're still working through for that sciatic. We're going all the way down the leg today. But this will also alleviate knee pain, possibly some low back pain, right? We're working through a lot of things here that you could be benefiting. Again, breathe. If you can't breathe, you've gone too far. Once I go down, I usually come back up. I kind of turn in to slightly start to get towards the quad. All right, and then I turn out slightly towards the hamstring. And just search around, seeing where I have the most issues. And then once I kind of find those issues, then I go back and I target, pinpoint that area. Switch over to the other side. Maybe take a little breath, a little massage, right? You start to feel kind of that tingly, the blood flow. Another thing that is kind of beautiful about foam rolling is it will help reduce the visibility of cellulite. So the muscles are really tight and the fibers are pulling and little pops of fat are coming through. That's what that cellulite, that look is, right? So when we fix those muscles, a lot of times that cellulite, those fat deposits kind of pull back through and we smooth it out. The fat's not going anywhere, it's not gone, it's still in there, but that the look of what you're seeing, that cottage cheese as we call it effect, will start to thin out and reduce. So if I can't motivate you to be pain-free, maybe I can motivate you with visual so, the look of it, and then you'll receive that benefit of the pain management while we're doing it. So whatever you need to motivate yourself to feel better, look better, and just be healthier. We only have so much kind of that cushion, that synovial fluid in our joints, right? And when the tendon is pulling on the joint, it's just smashing down, right? And that compression is causing the breakdown of that fluid inside the joints. You don't want that to go anywhere. That's your padding, that's your cushion. And you really don't get a chance to get more, right? So take your time, repair the muscles and the tendons, and you'll preserve the longevity of your joints. The deeper I breathe, the harder it's working. We'll take that nice deep breath. Relax the muscle. Again, maybe come off of it. Relax. Kind of massage the legs. Alright. We're going to take that roller, we're going to place it right underneath the tops of the thighs. And we're going to work the quads here. Alright, so we're going to walk forward towards the knees. You can do one leg at a time, you can do both legs at the same time. For now, I'm going to do both legs. Again, I kind of roll up and I check in. Nothing too crazy there for me today. So I'm going to try again. I'm going to turn my heels in and see where we're at. Right, you may be on here and you find just spot after spot after spot after spot, and you just feel like it's like, oh my gosh, just one solid tight ball. That's not uncommon. We have a lot of tension, a lot of tightness in our muscles nowadays as a society. So I found a spot here, so I'm just kind of rolling side to side over that spot, so I'm kind of kneading into that spot. Gonna go a little further. Again, I'm continuing to kind of knead through those spots. Oh, there's a good one. So I rolled almost all the way to the inner thigh on this right side. And I'm kind of bending and straightening the knee, rocking over that knot. So I'm kind of doing inner thigh on the right side and the top of the thigh on the left side. And then I'll kind of shift it and rotate it to where I'm getting the inner thigh on the left side, getting the top part of the quad on the right side. Again, breathe. Last thing I want to talk about here, there's a muscle that runs inside the knee and across and outside over here. Alright, so we think we're like, oh, we've done all the quads. I don't understand where this issue is coming from. I've done the inner thigh and the outer thigh. But because this muscle runs across, you're not really getting it. You're just kind of getting little parts of it. So you can start kind of inner thigh and rotate the body as you roll to the outside or vice versa, right? So I'm actually going to start at the top side. I'm on the outside closer to the IT band, right, when we were rolled out to the outside. And then I kind of twist the leg and twist the body. I've already caught the top part of that muscle, which is really tight for me today. And then I continue. As I continue to rotate towards the earth. And then I kind of come through the center, and then I'm moving forward and I'm rotating to the outside, right? That muscle on me right now is what's bothering me. So if I had just rolled the inner, the outer, the quad, I wouldn't quite catch all of that muscle. Sometimes you do a little, you stop, you do a little, you stop. Other times you feel like you can just really work through it. Just listen to your body. We're going to check that other side. Again, I'm going to start at the outside top, and I'm going to kind of roll and walk it down. Rotating forward towards the top of the thigh. And rotating inside. just about all I can manage for today. Alright, so we're going to move down that leg again. We talked about that sciatic pain, right? That nerve runs all the way down the leg. So we've done here in the piriformis, the glute, kind of low back, the IT band, the quad, the inner thigh, across the leg, right? We've kind of done from knee to hip here. To continue talking about that sciatic pain that runs all the way down the leg, let's talk about the calves for a second. Again, you can do both legs at the same time, or you can do one at a time. You can kind of rock side to side when you find those knots. You can point and flex, you can circle, right? Anything to kind of work through those knots. I'm just on one knot on both sides, rolling over it. Sometimes I can't quite get direct pressure on the knot, so I kind of get it on the outside, I kind of get it on the inside, and roll through. As it starts to break down a bit, then I'll be able to kind of get right on top of it. And again, just slowly rolling through, searching for tension, searching for knots. If this is too much on the wrists, drop all the way back to the elbows. Usually once you drop back to the elbows, you have to cross one leg over the other so that you're using the top leg to get some down pressure on that calf. And then you kind of switch by the other side. Alright guys, so like I said, sciatic pain, we worked all the way down the leg. A nice good stretch for that is your figure 4. So you can take that right ankle over the left thigh, kind of check in. You can take your hands and interlace them behind the thighs or on top of the shin and just kind of pull in. Again, you'll feel right in there in that piriformis area, right underneath the glute. And again, as always, check both sides. Left ankle, right thigh, check it in. So slowly bring it back up. So that pretty much breaks down sciatic pain, right? You got to continue working it over and over every day. It's not going to just boom overnight. However, even right now, you should already feel a little bit better. Those chronic long-term issues that we build up take months, years to become the problems that they are. So remember, it may take a while to undo all of that. Don't give up. Continue working on your health. Continue working on your pain to feel better. As always, if you have any questions at all, FitByCourt, Gmail, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, website, it's all FitByCourt. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great one.